Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather. And off we go from Lambeau. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First play, first pass for Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And his first look is incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
He'll get this with a cup complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On play action, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
Again, it's Brady. They'll set up a screen for Dillon. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, fourth and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up fourth and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? On first and 10, here's Brady. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a first and 10 at their own 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Kaiser White. You know he can fly to the ball, and he showed it there.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll keep it on the ground. Done. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Rodgers going to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Brady now to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 19 yards away. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air right away is Brady. Pressure too strong. Down he goes. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And complete to Drake London. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now Brady. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Brady's throw taken in by London. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Escaping the pressure right. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So, Charles, they wanted 7 on that opening drive. They didn't want to settle for a field goal.
Felt like a tone setter. You know, that's what they were looking for because a lot of teams, they'll march it downfield, and when they kick the field goal, it almost feels disappointing, doesn't it? You have a nice drive. I think this team decided, guess what? No matter what, we're going for the 6, trying to put those points on the board and set them back on their heels.
But unfortunately, that mentality did not work out. Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. On 3rd down, it's done. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Brady going to go on 4th down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. We're scoreless after 1.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Brady going to throw. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Tom Brady flashing the mobility, scrambling there for a 1st down.
Dillon
is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Dillon again.
It'll be a loss loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now Brady. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tom Brady to his old Patriot pal, Rob Gronkowski, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Play action, now it's Brady. This one complete to Christian Kirk.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
Now a handoff up the middle. Done.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's done. And the ball is knocked out. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. On the move to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown.